Morning, y'all. What is good? What is good? Happy Friday. Y'all excited for the weekend? I don't know why I'm sitting here at my work table. I really don't know why, but it was another early morning for me. Another early morning. It's a good thing that the time is changing here soon. It's a good thing. Maybe that'll help technically here in a couple of days, it would have been an hour later. Been up since 2. Up since 2. So, what's up, y'all? How you doing? I'm not reading tarot here. I don't know why I'm sitting here flipping my cards. I just got done recording that manifestation video. So, figured I'd hop on and say, what's up? What's up? How you doing? What is good? Do. Friday's your second favorite F word? Yeah, man. Fridays are cool. I don't know anymore though. It's so strange because I'm getting kind of used to it now, but I know that once I became like my own boss, I didn't like Fridays. I didn't like the weekends. Monday turned into my favorite day, because it's like, all right, it's Monday, it's a new week, and I'm looking forward to getting some work done this week. It's weird. So strange how that flipped around on me, where most of the time, especially if we work a job we don't like, then we oh fuck, it's Monday. And then on Friday it's like, yeah, it's kind of the opposite for me. But Fridays are cool though, because we usually go on like little family adventures and stuff. Go on little family adventures on the weekends. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here and sit in my regular spot. Sitting in my regular spot here. Get my little area set up here. And maybe we can think of something interesting to talk about. Maybe. What's up with y'all? Oh, you on my Telegram, Tam? I gotta think of something else to put on there. Like I've said, if you've gone through and watched everything that I've put on there, there's many reasons why, but I would have to say that the main reason why I don't push really hard to be a part of the truth community is because I would basically just be telling you a bunch of stuff that there's already people out there telling. I mean, I could, but I don't feel like I have any new information to bring. So I just have this thing in me that whenever it comes to whatever I'm teaching or whatever I'm doing or whatever message I can bring to the public, I always want to bring something new. I always want to bring something new. I want to be able to say, okay, where am I needed? In this big puzzle that everybody's trying to figure out called life and the universe and whatnot. I need to find a missing piece. I need to find a missing piece in the puzzle. And when it comes to the truth community, I don't really feel like I would serve as much of a missing piece. Not really. There's people out there on the front lines fighting the good fight. And I just really honestly don't feel like that's where I'm needed. I don't feel like that's where I'm needed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's why I don't really push real hard to be a part of that community. Not really. I mean, I could. I'm sure that if I really, really pushed and tried really hard, I could, connect with those people and get in there and do that part. But for those of you who are a new face here, I've explained this a couple of times before. But the things that I do teach, because basically right now, if you're not awake, it's like you have a blindfold on. And you got all these people out here saying things that you don't know who to listen to and you don't know who to trust, So the things that I teach as far as like energy behavior, manifestation, and things of that nature, pretty much in a nutshell, what I teach is how to take control of your own power, how to take control of your own energy, how to take control of your own frequency. And the minute you start doing that, your bullshit-o-meter turns on. That's one of the side effects. One of the side effects of learning the behavior of energy and learning manifestation. And one of the side effects is it turns your bullshit-o-meter on. Your bullshit-o-meter starts getting real sensitive. and you kind of start instinctively knowing who you can't trust, and you start instinctively knowing who you can trust. So once you start playing with these things and your bullshit meter turns on, when it comes to who to listen to, you can instinctively vibe it out. Okay. And it's easier to find the truth. So you see where I fit into that equation there? See, that's where I feel like I'm needed the most. That's where I feel like I'm needed the most because if your moral compass isn't accurate and you don't really know very much about your energy, you don't know much about your frequency and your vibration, I could put you in front of two different people. One person's lying to you and one person's telling you the truth, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where I'm needed. Helping people calibrate their moral compass and take control of their energy, So, anywho, what y'all up to? Y'all tuned in quick this morning. Yep, it does get sensitive, don't it? Yep, it sure does. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. So, dude, what y'all up to? Let's see if we can think of something cool to talk about. I know you all say it doesn't bother you that much, but I try to make it a point to not just repeat the same things all the time, and it's really hard to do. I find myself doing that a lot, repeating myself and saying the same things over and over and over. Hang on just a second. Oh. So anyway, how y'all liking the manifestation videos though, man? How y'all liking that? I don't know why I got the sudden calling to just start doing that again. I got that calling, dude. I was like, man, I need to start putting up more manifestation videos. And I guess, hang on. I'm gonna take my supplements. I guess the biggest thing is I don't want to be one of those types of people on the internet that runs out of things to say and just starts going around in circles. I do the best. So when it comes to manifestation, it's actually whenever you figure it out, it's really simple. Simple. So I don't know. I feel like at some point, you say everything that there is to say, and there's no real new way to explain it. So I kind of dropped off. At the time, about a year ago. I started putting the manifestation videos up, and then I stopped, And now the funny thing is as I've been doing it more, I'm starting to notice that I'm explaining things in a more evolved way than I was last year. So, I'm kind of seeing that too. Hang on. Why does this thing keep hiding comments? I keep forgetting to look at my settings for that. Lost your job last week. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, well, again, now whenever you're in a situation like that, you're at a crossroads. Okay? This is what I would do if I was you. Okay? Meditate as much as you can, and I would create the feeling. Okay? Imagine yourself 2 years from now. Don't be too specific with time. Just way off in the future. What would feel like a year or 2 years. And imagine yourself telling the story about how you lost your job, only you're telling it like it was a blessing in disguise and how it was part of the journey. Imagine you're sitting and talking to a friend or something like that, and you're this successful entrepreneur or whatever the case may be, and you're telling the story. Man, you know what? I lost my job. I was scared, but dude, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so glad I lost that job. And just what that would feel like. Don't try to put too many details in there. Because again, if you watch the manifestation video I just uploaded just now, then that'll count. You don't want to get too specific. Don't try to figure out how, but just the most important thing is you're creating that feeling. What does it feel like to be talking about that as if it was a good thing? And really feel what that feels like. You know what I mean? And just connect with that and fantasize about it's a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise. Don't try to figure it out. Just create that feeling. and see how long you can hold on to that. The longer that you can maintain and hold on to that, that starts pulling the timelines forward. Starts pulling the timelines forward, you know? So I always look at things like that like an opportunity. You know what I mean? So, yep, it happens. It's part of the journey. But like I said, we're at a crossroads. Okay. This is where the victim mentality and the failures mentality, this is where we have to figure out how it operates. Okay. One of the many, many, many things to do with the failures mentality. And I know that sounds kind of mean, but I don't even mean it in a mean way. Failure is a mentality. The failures mentality will be saying, oh, the world's out to get me. Oh, the cards are against me. The world's against me. Oh, this thing happened to me. I'm a victim of something that happened to me. It's a mentality. Okay. The success mentality is, all right, I got a golden opportunity. I got me an opportunity now. What did I learn from that? Okay. How picture yourself in the future, and this is an experience that's under your belt. And picture, man, when I was younger too, old people. I always loved sitting and listening to old people tell stories about their life experience, you know? Always loved that. And picture yourself way off in the future telling the story and how wise it made you and this and that. It's a way of perceiving. This is where your timelines, you got all these timelines ahead of you right now. Whenever something like that happens, you're fresh right here with all these different timelines in front of you. Okay. Don't take the victim timeline because it's out there. It's out there. If you keep repeating to yourself and you insist on believing that I'm the victim of this horrible thing that happened to me, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what you're going to create. And you're going to keep creating more horrible things that happen to you. And you're going to keep repeating that same experience over and over and over and over and over. And then that's how we get people who are victims. You know, all these horrible things just happened to me, you know? So anyway, I hope that provides some help there. Provides some help. Hey, it's part of it, man. Don't let people talking about you get to you, dude. I'm telling you, that's part of it. You'll never escape that part. You will never escape that part. People spreading rumors. Oh yes, it requires focus. Especially if you're threatening somebody and if they're jealous of you, dude. Oh my God, the more of a threat you are to somebody, and especially the more successful you start becoming, it's going to really get bad. It's going to really get bad. Oh yeah. Oh yes, there are people out there who I don't really know where their mind is. Very, very toxic, mentally fucked up people who will desperately try everything they can to try to make you look like a bad person, twist your words around, make it, you know what I mean, and spread rumors. Unfortunately, you're never going to be able to escape that. The only thing you can do is train your mind to not focus on it, because that's the only way it works. That's the only way it works, is if you focus on it and you feed energy to it and you allow yourself to get all wrapped up in the anger and all this. If you let yourself do that, they win. They win. But you know what? And matter of fact, I posted this on social media the other day. When somebody throws hate at you, they're not going to make something bad happen to you. They're going to make something bad happen to them. People who are in this mentality, they don't understand that all they're doing is manifesting bullshit in their life. It's only going to hurt you if you catch that hate and throw it back. If you catch that hate and throw it back, then something bad might happen to you. But when people are out there throwing hate, I don't think these people realize or understand, or they're just too toxic or too fucked up in the head to understand that all they're doing is manifesting more bullshit for themselves in their own life. That's all they're doing. And if you just duck and let it fly over your head and ignore it, you keep climbing that mountain, let them talk. Let them waste their time at the bottom of the mountain throwing turds at the top of the mountain. Let them waste their time because they're too damn lazy to get up and climb the mountain themselves. They're too damn lazy to get up and start climbing the success mountain themselves. So they'd rather stay at the bottom of the mountain trying to throw turds at you to knock you off the mountain You know, you just keep climbing that mountain and let them keep throwing turds at you. Just, you'll become more successful and they'll keep failing. That's all there is to it. Period. That's all there is to it. They're not making you look bad. They're making themselves look bad. They're making themselves look stupid. Making themselves look stupid. There's nothing, and especially in my line of work, dude. Oh man. Ask anybody in my line of work in the YouTube tarot community. They're just making themselves look stupid, dude. And it's not hurting you none. I don't think that the people don't understand how pathetic they make themselves look when they do that. Like I think they live in this little delusional fantasy land that the things that they say about you are real. That like if they make enough lies about you or if they twist your words around the right way, that they're going to do something to you. And all they're really doing is making themselves look so pathetic, dude, so pathetic. But don't let it get to you, man. And here's the cool thing too. Here's one thing you'll start to notice. I promise you. If you take this advice and you start really, really implementing this, you'll start to notice that those people doing that are helping you. They're motivating you. Do you know how high I get on pissing haters off? Do you know how much that motivates me? Do you know how much of my success I owe to my haters? Man, dude, I love that feeling. They come in waves. You know what I mean? Every now and then you'll get a big wave of haters and trolls trying to attack you. That gets me so high. I love that feeling. I love it, dude. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go put some more out just to piss you off. And, I'm going to get, and then the next thing I know, my money's climbing up and getting higher and higher and higher because these haters motivated me to do more, Because I just get high on pissing them off. I don't know. You'll start to notice that these people are your friends. They're your friends. They're helping you. I promise you, it's all in your perception. This is the success mentality and how it operates and how it functions. Trust me. You'll get there. You'll see. You'll get there. You'll see. Low vibrational people will always hate the high vibe people. Yeah, because they're too lazy, man. They're too lazy. They're too lazy to figure out how to get up and do it themselves. So in their little delusional, whatever little fantasy world they live in, they think that somehow by trying to throw their hatred at you, I don't know what they think it's going to accomplish. I don't really know. It's pretty entertaining to watch, though. It's kind of funny, honestly. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to sit and watch. And what's really entertaining, and I know this sounds kind of mean, but it's kind of entertaining, like especially if you have close access to somebody and you watch them try to throw hate and they just keep manifesting more like misery in their own life. That's all they're doing. They're just manifesting more misery in their own life. And you just watch them keep doing it. And then the more they do it, the more misery they manifest into their lives. And then the more they do it, and then the more misery. And then it's just to the point to where they just break themselves, dude. And you don't have to do that if you don't want. You don't you look at them and it's like, dude, you have just as equal access to anybody else to start climbing up the mountain. Why are you going to waste your time down there at the bottom trying to throw rocks at people climbing up the mountain? You're wasting your time. Whatever. Let them do it. Got to let them do it, man. It can be very entertaining to watch. Very entertaining. Anyway, though, I know there's a bunch of people out there that needed to hear that. Oh, yeah. Bunch of people out there that needed to hear that. Anyway, what else y'all up to this morning? I'm inspiring you, Tam. That's cool. That's cool. That's good. That's good. Man, and two, like, I always end up hearing from people that I would least because honestly, I don't really view myself as like an inspiring person, really. I mean, I know that when I tell my story, it sounds cool, to tell but I really don't feel like an inspiration because it's me and it's my life and I live in it and it's normal to me. But I always get like from the people I would least expect, I'll get like about a week or two ago, I got a message from somebody that I haven't seen in a long time. And I've known this guy since kindergarten. Kindergarten. We were in kindergarten together and we went through elementary school together, you know? I mean, like pretty much I've known this dude my whole life. And he wrote me up out of the blue telling me that I inspired him to get into fitness and he's lost 40 pounds. And all this. I'm like, damn, I didn't know you was paying attention to what I was doing, you know? And you know, like people I've known from my past and whatnot. And, you know, I'm always hearing from, I don't know, man, it's cool. It always reaffirms to me that what I'm doing is worthwhile, you know? And look, I know that there's at least one person watching this right now, at least one of you, hopefully all of you, but at least one of you that you're going to do the same thing I did, if not better. If not better, you might blow past me and just leave me behind in the dust. And you'll see anybody can do this. Anybody can. Anybody can do this. There ain't nothing special about me. There ain't nothing. When I say nothing special, I mean, I know I'm weird and I'm different and I'm not a normal person, but there's nothing about me that's better than you. That makes sense? You know, I'm not like I'm not smarter than you. I'm not better than you. You know, anybody can do this. If you went back in time 5 years ago, you had a time machine and you somebody that knew me, you say, hey, you know how successful Rich Lop's going to be one day? They would have laughed at you. They would have said, ha, yeah, right, whatever. Yeah, right. I was the biggest loser that ever walked the face of this earth. You know? Oh, yeah. And like I was telling you in that last chat, that for years I felt it burning in my soul that I have something I'm supposed to say that people are supposed to hear. And it drove me nuts. It didn't make any sense because at that time, nobody respected or listened to anything that came out of my mouth at all. You know, I was that guy. I was that guy that you just kind of know he's not cool. You know, I was that guy that if you were friends with me, nobody thought you were cool either. I was that guy my whole life. My whole life. You know, my whole life since I was a little kid. I was that kid that would get ganged up on and bullied by everybody. And I don't remember because I was so young. I don't remember why, but my grandfather told me that it was because I wouldn't follow them. He said you were always your own individual and you wouldn't follow. You weren't a follower, and they didn't like that. I said, really? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I do remember being bullied. I was that guy. I got bullied. I got ganged up on, picked on, names called, you know, my whole childhood. And my grandfather swore up and down to the day he died, it was because I wasn't a follower and I wouldn't follow along with them and what they were doing. And I was my own individual person that just did whatever I wanted to do. And they didn't like that. Makes sense. It sounds like me, but I really don't remember. I don't remember, you know. No, that's what everybody always says. Zen 11:11. That's what everybody always says. I would have been your friend. No, you probably wouldn't have. You probably wouldn't have, man. Everybody says that. Everybody says that. I would have liked you. No, you probably wouldn't have, honestly. I don't know, man. I just really feel like I was one of those people who I was really ahead of my time. You know, I came here for one specific reason. And well, I can't say one specific reason, but my main mission in life was now. Now. The main mission is now. In these times going through what we're going through right now. You know, was the main, I think, reason why I came. And other than that, I don't think I was ever meant to fit in to any clique, or I don't think I was ever meant to fit into any day job. And that used to scare me too, man. I used to think, I used to be envious, dude. I thought there was something wrong with me for so many years. I was like, how do you go get this job and just work it your whole life? How do you like spend the vast majority of your day working gone at this job that you don't like just so you can barely afford to pay for the house that you're never in, you know? And How? I was always like, I can't do that. And I tried, and I was so miserable, dude. So miserable. I was like, how, man? I just never, I was so scared. I was like, I'm never going to be able to. People would always ask me, what do you want to do for a living? I'm like, nothing. 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 You know what I mean? Nothing that's out here, you know? I mean, I went to college for auto mechanics. I even briefly went to college for heating and air. For a job, though, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, though. Anyway, I'm not cut out for nothing else, dude. I ain't cut out for nothing else. I don't think, unless the universe has something else in mind for me. Whenever we really get this new system up and rolling and going, then maybe I'll have a different purpose once nobody's worrying about money and we really get the I don't know. I've heard a lot of rumors that the good guys are now in control of YouTube, but I'm not going to chance anything. Not going to chance it because I can't confirm that. So I am still being picky and choosy with my words. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm babbling again. 7th grade education. Shit, I got a 9th grade education. I ain't shitting you. I got a 9th grade education. Went to college twice. Both times I had a really bad car wreck and couldn't go back. I obviously wasn't meant to be in college. You know, do whatever you want. That's the way to do it. Yep. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Oh yeah, it's cool. I'm glad we're seeing that everybody's on the path. My cacti are doing good, Patty. Cacti are doing good. Doing good. They're dormant now. Oh, Leah bought me a new one the other day. Leah bought me a new one. I haven't bought a pet cactus in a while, and she came home from the store. Let me show you. She came home from the store and she walked in and handed me this. I was like, sweet, awesome. Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. It sits up there next to me when I'm reading. Anywho. Your student debt is the difference between me and you. You know, the IRS came and took mine. They came and took my taxes when I had student debt. They came and took it. And I had to go, man, I was so pissed off that year too, because my car got repoed. My car got repoed. So I was like, all right, it's all good. Tax time, I'm just going to go buy one outright. You know, buy a little cheap $2,000 or $3,000 car. And the IRS came and snatched up all my fucking taxes, dude. And I had to go a whole year. Was it 1 year? Yeah, a whole year without a car. That was rough. And I was working and nothing was within walking distance. It sucked having to hitch rides everywhere. And I remember the good old struggle days. I remember them good old struggle days. Wouldn't change it for anything in the world. So anyway, cool. Appreciate the positive feedback. Appreciate it. Anyway, that's good. That's good. That means that at least my audience has the opportunity to set off onto a good path today. You know, I think the majority of you are going to take that. The majority of you are going to take that. And the rest of you, the ones of you that watch me and hate me, well, I guess you're just going to manifest some shit for yourself. You're going to manifest some shit for yourself today, you know? You know, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. You got timelines. Every last one of you has timelines in front of you right now. You know, and the ones with eyes to see, I see you. You're going to take that high road. And I know that those of you, especially the ones here, I see that you all get it. You get it. Okay. Now, did you all watch the video I just uploaded? I made a reference in that video called The First Hump. The First Hump. And that part of the journey is the part that I'm referring to. When you're getting over your first hump, it's like you're climbing this mountain. Okay. You've never seen the other side of this mountain. You've heard people talk about it, but you've never seen what's over there. So I don't even know if anything's really over there. I could be wasting my time, but I'm climbing up this mountain and I got the faith. And I got the faith that doing this work and doing this energy work and whatnot, I'm holding the faith. I could be wasting my time, dude. I don't even know. And then once you get over that first hump and you see and you start seeing results in your life and things start manifesting into your life and you actually can point to the tangible proof that it works. Yeah, that's what I call the first hump. The first hump, you know, like, for example, if you're trying to manifest money and say you're working a job where you make $500 a week and you've never made more than $500 a week. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the IRS sticks $3,000 in your bank out of nowhere. Dude, what the hell is that for? You know, just little random weird little shit like that. Or you're walking on the ground and then you look down and there's $100 bill at your feet. You know, that's how the universe used to do it to me. Because when I first stepped off on my pad, like I said, I had nothing, y'all. I had nothing, zero, zip, zilch, nothing. I was living in a homeless shelter. Well, technically, I was living in a transitionary home. I had left the homeless shelter and went to a transitionary home. It was right down the street. The only difference is that they would let you work. That was the only difference. So, you know, you still had all these rules of curfew and all this stuff that you had to come back and a little room with a bed that you had to, you know, anyway, though, I had nothing. I didn't have no car, didn't have no bank account. I didn't have nothing. So that's how the universe would do it for me. You know, I'd look down, oh, damn, $50 bill. Oh, okay, universe, I see you. You know, a couple days later, I'm walking along, bam, $20 bill. Whoa, that little ways like that, dude. I'm telling you, don't underestimate the universe's ability to be able to give you little signs. Hey, I got you, patting you on the back. Keep doing what you're doing, you know. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, and that's the funny thing too about manifesting the good life. You have to start living the good life first. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the tricky part. We have been so conditioned to the way I feel depends on what's happening out here. We've been so conditioned to do that. And that is an illusion. That is the most persistent, believable illusion in this life. We have to learn how. No. It doesn't happen out here first and then it happens in here. It's the other way around. I do it in here first and then it happens out here. Okay? See what I'm saying? It's not money that I'm looking for. I'm looking for not needing to worry about money. That's what we all really want. We all want the same thing. And it's not an amount of money. We want to not have to worry about money. That's what we really want. We've just been kind of conditioned to believe that if I had this much money, I would have no worries. It's not the way it works. Same thing with love. It's not a relationship that we're wanting. We're wanting to not be lonely anymore. And again, we've been conditioned to believe that once that person shows up, my loneliness will go away and I'll feel happy, whole, fulfilled, and complete. Don't work that way. Matter of fact, quite the opposite. If you are lonely and you are broken and you are sad and you're insecure and you have all these trust issues, and I bring you the perfect lover, that person is going to make you feel 10 times more insecure. And you're going to sabotage that relationship with your insecurities and end up right back where you were to begin with. See what I'm saying? We have to do it in here first. And then it manifests out here. And again, don't take my word for it. Try it. This is the first hump. Well, I hear Rich saying these things. How do I know he's right? I can't prove it to you. The only proof that I have is my own life. That's the only proof that I have. But you could be, well, you're just lucky. Oh, you're just lucky. Okay, try it. Try it. Start climbing that mountain, just like I did. Do it. Start climbing that mountain. Eventually, you'll get over that first hump and you'll be like, oh, it does work. It is real. And then that'll be your proof. And then once you start seeing the first results, then it gets addictive. It gets addictive. Now it's fun. Now that I know for a fact that this shit works, what can I manifest next? What belief system can I unwire? What can I change next? And you would just be playing around with your own mind just for the hell of it, just because it's fun. Just because it's fun. Man, what new belief system can I program into my brain next? What old belief system can I undo? And you know what I mean? You'll just be playing. Once you figure out how much power you have over your own mind and your own brain, and you start seeing what playing with it can do in your life, it gets addictive. That's when your bullshit-o-meter gets sensitive. I'm telling you. Well, that's when that moral compass in there starts getting sensitive. That's when it's real easy to smell manipulation. It's real easy to smell when somebody's basically trying to manipulate you to reverse manifest. Once you really start understanding how your energy affects the world around you, you get real picky. Fuck that TV. I'm turning it off. Turning that TV off. And like I said in that one chat, some of you might even turn the music off too. Some of you might even turn the music off. Yep. Because, okay, especially if you're trying to manifest love and you really understand what you're supposed to do to manifest love, I'm not listening to no music that makes me feel lonely. What the hell would I do that for? Why would I do that? If I'm trying to manifest love, why would I want to listen to a song that makes me sad and lonely and empty? That's totally counterproductive. Totally counterproductive. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? It's like, well, if I'm trying to manifest happiness and peace and prosperity into my life, why would I listen to the news where all they're doing is trying to get me wrapped up and riled up, over something happening that I have no control over? And again, nowadays, or at least ever since like 2012, was it? Somewhere in there, the shit they talk about ain't even real. They're making shit up now. Making shit up, complete and total lies, But even before the media started lying, even before then, all they talked about was bad things that would get you all riled up and worked up and nervous and scared. They would go purposely select the bad things to bring to you. That's all. It's just like, man, fuck that. No, I ain't doing it. Ain't doing it. You are not manifesting what you want through me. You're not doing that. I'm in charge of what I'm manifesting in my life. No. You're not manifesting something through me. You're not using me as your tool to manifest what you want and have me do it for you. No, I'm in charge of what I manifest. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. I'm on a roll this morning, ain't I? I'm on a roll. I've been up since 2. Been having me a good old morning. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, people are easily manipulated when they're in fear. When you're in fear, when you're in a state of fear or fight or flight, you're functioning. The part of your brain that's functioning is the reptilian brain. Okay, there's one main part of your brain that's turned on. The rest of your brain is pretty much turned off. And that part of your brain that's functioning is about the size of a walnut. About the size of a walnut when you're in a state of fear or panic. You're only operating off of a part of your brain that's about the size of a walnut. So yeah. And they know this too. Oh, yes, they do. Trust me, they know this. So anyway. Yeah, anything negative gets higher ratings because negative emotions are addictive. Oh, man, I'm telling you. The scientists out there know this. The psychologists know this. Humans become physically addicted to the chemicals produced by negative emotions. Why do you think people sit around and listen to sad songs? Why do you think that is? Because the body is physically addicted to negative emotions. Those chemicals that are produced by those negative, sad emotions become physically addictive. Okay, and they cause weight gain. That's another reason why all these things go hand in hand. Why people who are really depressed and really sad and really lonely all the time are typically, it's not uncommon at all for them to be overweight or maybe have some kind of heart problems, because those chemicals, your body is not meant to have those chemicals flooding through it all the time. So it's very toxic to your body to sit around and listen to sad songs all day and sit around and watch sad movies or scary movies. And you're just pumping these stress hormones through your body all day, pumping them, pumping them, pumping them, pumping them, pumping them. And you're wondering why you're sick all the time. You're wondering why you have heart problems, and you're wondering why you can't lose weight. They know this. They know this because those chemicals that your own brain produces are addictive. So you start subconsciously looking for anything that feeds that emotional addiction. This is not a theory. This is not my opinion. That's exactly the way pretty much this whole damn system that we live in has been built. The whole damn thing. Yep. Man, I'm on a roll. Anyway. Yep, they feed off of it. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I've been losing weight since I changed my mindset too. Oh, it was a tough one. I'm about 60 pounds down now. About 60 pounds down. So it works. It does work. You just gotta train yourself. You gotta train yourself. It's difficult. It's difficult to train your thoughts, to train your thought train to flow in a different direction, The analogy I like to use is that your thought and emotion, it's like a wheel, okay? A thought produces an emotion, which produces another thought, which produces an emotion, which produces a thought, and it's like a wheel, okay? And that wheel is constantly spinning, and it's a self-propelling system. It propels itself and keeps itself spinning. The thought creates the emotion, which creates the thought, which creates the emotion. And most of us, especially when we're in our adulthood, that wheel is like a fully loaded freight train barreling down the tracks at 100 miles an hour. I mean, rolling. So if you want to stop this process and you want to change frequencies and you want to start reprogramming your subconscious mind, that freight train, you're going to have to slam it to a stop. It ain't stopping immediately, is it? Oh, no, it ain't stopping on no damn dime. You got to bring that thing to a stop. You got to unload all the cars, all the belief systems. You got to turn that damn thing around. You got to load all those cars up with new shit, new belief systems, and new ways of thinking about things and feeling about things. And then you got to get the train going in another direction. Not something that can be done in a day or two. See what I'm saying? Not really. Not really. But again, and I know I've said this a million times, it depends on whether or not you believe it's possible. You have to believe it's possible. If you don't really honestly believe that it's possible, it won't be. It won't be. You won't be able to successfully do it. To me personally, I know everybody's different. I really like being able to see the science. I like being able to see like the evidence or what studies were conducted to prove this. And that's where Dr. Joe Dispenza was talking about. Have you heard me give this, like Dr. Joe Dispenza? I think it was Dr. Joe. I think so. But anyway, they had, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here. I don't quote me verbatim, but they had two groups of people, Group A and Group B. Everybody in both groups got a brain scan just so they could see what was going on in their brains and where they are neurologically. Group A, they had them sit down at a piano and practice a melody, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or something like that. And they had them follow a strict schedule for like 8 weeks or something like that. And then after the 8-week period, they gave them another brain scan. Okay. And you could see the new connections that had formed in the brains of the people who sat and practiced this melody. Group B, never touched a piano. They had group B think about practicing the melody on the same schedule as group A actually practiced it physically. And after the 8-week period, the exact same new connections formed in the brains of the people who used thought alone as the people who physically touched the piano. That's proof right there. That's proof that you have the ability to rewrite new connections in your brain with your own thoughts. All I needed to know. Whoa, that's how it works? Are you serious? That's how it works? That's how affirmations work. That's the meaning of affirmations right there. When we say affirmations, I think some of us, and myself included, before I really fully learned that, we say it and we think that there's like some force out here, like there's some God in the sky that hears what you're saying or something like that. No. Affirmations are wiring that into your subconscious mind and literally forming new connections in your brain and writing it into your brain. That's what affirmations do. That's why affirmations are so important. Okay, you have to burn it into your subconscious mind and literally write it in your brain. Takes time. Like I said, mine, I am successful. It took me at least 6 months. At least 6 months of saying I am successful all day, every day. All day, every day. I am successful. I am successful. I am successful. Took at least 6 months, somewhere between 6 and 8 months before like my subconscious mind would like say that by itself on autopilot. And I believed it, And then that's when your subconscious mind, it's sniffing out success for you and you're not even looking for it. See what I'm saying, man? See what I'm saying? I got a good positive feeling. That y'all are going to get it and do the same thing I did. Shit, man, I guarantee you there's people watching right now. You're going to blow past me. You're going to like leave me behind in the dust. And that'll definitely show me that my job is complete. That's how you know you're making a difference, when the people you teach end up doing better than you. Oh, I promise you, I'd be willing to bet all the money I've made this year that at least one of you watching this is going to blow past me and leave me in a trail of dust. Just pew! Guarantee it. Anywho. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. So what y'all up to? See, we always end up going on one of these tangents, don't we? Every time. You see, that's the way I program my brain. That's the way I program my brain to just say these things to myself and just constantly, obsessively obsess over it, That, I firmly believe, is the key to any success. Obsession. You want to be obsessed with something? Or you want to be successful at something? Become obsessed with it. Become so obsessed with whatever it is that you can't think about nothing else. Okay? That is what will lead to your success. Obsession can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. Okay? If you focus it right, if you focus it in the right direction, especially fixed signs are at a little bit of an advantage, but anybody can do it. If you take that obsessive fixed energy and you focus it at one target and you focus it and you fix it there, it's not if, it's when. Success is coming. Period. The only reason it wouldn't come is if you give up and abandon it. If you give up and abandon the path, then it won't. But anyway. Thank you, Brittany, for the positive feedback. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Y'all be doing this one day. Because I was sitting in your seat listening to people say these things 5-6 years ago. So now you'll all be doing this one day. You'll be helping motivate and teach people, who need guidance and whatnot. You'll be sitting in this position. But like I said, I think y'all do better than me. And this is the reason why I think y'all surpass me, because I wish I had somebody to explain it to me when I was on my path. That's the reason why I tell you all the time that my goal is to try to figure out how to explain it in a way that more people can understand. I want to be the person that I wish I had when I was on my path, you know, because it was a struggle. There was a lot of people out there, and I'm not bashing anybody and saying that anybody's wrong, but the way everybody explained things was much more difficult for me to understand. It was really, really hard for me to wrap my mind around a lot of these concepts because I don't feel like anybody was really explaining it in a way that anybody could link up to and understand. So for those of you, especially those of you who are in the same position that I was in, to have somebody explain it like this, if I would have had it explained to me like this back in the day, oh man, I'd be way past where I am right now, you know? But anyway, man, I'm getting hungry. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Anyway, you'll be able to help people. You'll be able to help people. But in order to help people, you have to first help yourself. And that's the thing, too. A lot of people I see get wrapped up in this trap, especially on the spiritual path. They're going out and pursuing people to help. Can't do it like that. Can't go out and pursue, like you see somebody you think needs help, and people want to go run and try to help. It doesn't work that way. First of all, the majority of the people that I see doing this are still broken themselves. And they don't really have, they're not really in a position to help this person because they haven't even helped themselves yet. But the way it actually really works is you start helping yourself, and then the people who the universe needs you to help, the universe will bring to you. They'll be like, man, how'd you do that? Give me some advice on this. The universe will bring them to you. We can't go out there and chase them and pursue them. Just focus on your own spiritual journey, your own evolutionary journey, and your own path, and those people will be brought to you. You don't need to go find them. The universe knows who needs you. The universe knows exactly who needs you, and those people will be brought to you. And those people will be brought to you. That's one thing. About a year or so ago, I said this to somebody. I don't remember what they said, but it was in some comment section of some video about a year ago, where somebody was arguing with me, trying to tell me that what I said was wrong and it's this and that. He wrote this big, long comment. And I said, yo, instead of, you're not going to make any progress coming to somebody like me and trying to tell me that I'm wrong and you're right. Okay. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. But you know what would actually help? If you took that opinion or that viewpoint or that perspective and you started a YouTube channel and you put it out there yourself. If you have something to say that the universe needs people to hear, the universe will let the people hear it. And he replied back and said something like that. I've already tried that and it didn't work. And I said, well, then I guess what you're saying is bullshit then. Because if your perspective was really on point and valid and people needed to hear it, the universe would bring the people to you that need to hear it. Period. So I forget what point I was making there. Anyway, man, this hour's about to fly by, dude. Damn, man, time flies so fucking fast now, man, don't it? Flies by, man. Flies by. Yeah, both sides of an argument can be fascinating too. It can. Especially, it's really fascinating too when you look at both sides of an argument and you can see that they're both legit, just different perspectives. That's when it gets fun. That's when it gets interesting. That's when it gets real interesting. But when you have like one person that does know what they're talking about and the other person that is seriously misled and doesn't know what they're talking about, then that can tend to get kind of frustrating and just go in a circle and go nowhere. You know what I mean? It can go nowhere. That's why arguing with people, you got to feel it out. You kind of got to feel it out. It really depends. There's some people that they have eyes to see and ears to hear. So you're more likely to be able to plant a seed and help them understand. But then there's other people who, well, there's people out there who are dedicated to misunderstanding you. Oh yeah, there are people out there who are dedicated to misunderstanding you. They are dedicated to twisting your words around and they're dedicated to it. So there's no point, because no matter what you say, they're going to fight against you. You know, so when you're dealing with those kind of people, don't even do it. Dude. I'm telling you, it's so easy to get wrapped up in that trap. Don't do it. Don't do it, because there's nothing you can say, period. You know what I mean? Those narcissistic type of people who are dedicated to twisting your words and manipulating what you say and distracting you and darting off into 10 different directions at once about things that make no fucking sense, and then personally attacking you. And before you know it, you're defending yourself against something that we weren't even talking about this. You know, be careful with a narcissist. Be careful with a narcissist. You'll start off talking about one thing, and then before you know it, they done pulled your mind all the way off track, and you're over here arguing about something that has nothing to do with what you were talking. Don't get caught in that trap. Stay on track. That's not what we're talking about. No. This is what we're talking about. That's not the point. The point is this, you know, can't do that. Oh, narcissists don't like that, dude. Oh, they don't like that. The more you do that, the more pissed off they will get. But it's best to not even go there. Don't even engage. Don't even go there. Just back away. Let them say whatever they want to say. Let them back away. Okay, back away. Anyway, though. Anyway. It's about time for me to get out of here, y'all. I'm on a roll. On a roll. I mean, it's going to be time for me to get the kiddos up here in a minute. Going to be time for me to get the kiddos up here in a minute. Anyway, I hope at least one of you heard something helpful today that you can take and create an awesome day, a good day. Anyway, though, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll see you all later on doing something on my main channel. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do today. Weekend forecast, or maybe some more of the little quick messages or something like that. Anyway, though, y'all enjoy the rest of your day.